Stop beating your dick. You know what I mean? Sitting around beating the dick and wondering why girls ain't gonna talk to you when you don't even go nowhere. Get out there. Go find you a female that's gonna treat you right. Like it's nowhere in hell all these women in this world and you want to sit at home and watch porn all fucking day. You need to get out there and get you some pussy. Some kootnu. You feel me? Get you some pussy out there. There's plenty of pussy out there. Stop paying for the pussy. You know what I mean? You need to learn how to get some game, talk to a female, and get you some pussy. Stop sitting around the crib beating your dick. Wait, hold on. I'm giving this advice and I ain't even roll the intro. Motherfucker. All right, we gonna roll the intro and we gonna get into it.
Welcome to another Nate Frazier experience. We are officially in 2023, people. 2023. Do you understand what that means? That means we got another year to grind, another 365 days to get our shit together. So I'm sitting here. I got my, cup of water. I'm a Star Wars fan, if y'all didn't know that. I also have my hookah. The flavor I'm smoking on is mint and cream, and that shit is fire. I swear to God. So we gonna get into it. So I'm pretty sure you've seen the thumbnail, and there's 20 pieces of advice for men going into 2023. It may be a little bit more, a little bit less, but it's around 20. You feel me? I have to delete some, add some, so it depends. So we'll see. So what we're gonna start off with. I don't know if anybody follows the Chinese New Year, but this is the year of the rabbit. So I'm going to do a little reading and read this off to anybody that wants to know what the year of the rabbit means. And basically the year of rabbit is, to outsiders, the rabbit's kindness may make them soft and weak. In truth, the rabbit's quiet personality hides their confidence and strength. They are steadily moving towards the goal, no matter what negativity others give them. So that means whatever bullshit that anybody gives you, just keep going. If you really believe in what you want to do, then just do it. You feel me? Don't let nobody criticize you and say, you should have did it this way, did it that way. Do it exactly the way that you want to do it if you know you're going to be successful in it. That's basically all it says. So the first piece of advice for men going into 2023, stop being so fucking emotional, you feel me? And what I mean by stop being so fucking emotional is stop letting people control your actions. Just because a person said that you're this, you're that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. You feel me? As soon as somebody has control over your actions or over your emotions, then they have control over your life. You feel me? So don't let nobody do something to get a reaction out of you. And that's especially with women, because women will gaslight you. They'll make you want to do some stuff that you don't even want to do. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. You feel me? But you got to voice it. You feel me? But always keep calm. Always accept criticism, even if it's bad, even if it's good. Don't let anybody sway the way of your actions. Control yourself. Keep yourself under control. And that's it, basically. You feel me? Stop being in your emotions. Stop believing everything say. Stop having to address everything someone says. If they talking shit about you, let them talk shit, because they don't know you. You feel me? The more of a mystery you are, the more they're gonna talk shit. And you want to be a mystery. You don't want nobody to know everything about you. You feel me? So don't let nobody control your emotions, your actions at all. Keep your shit under control, my nigga. Keep it under control. You feel me? Another piece of advice going into 2023, don't let anybody believe that you have trust issues because you see certain patterns and you're more worried about looking stupid than going into a relationship with red flags. You know what I mean? It's not that you have trust issues. You just see certain patterns from past relationships that whenever you it's like Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. That's the definition of insanity. So it's like getting to a relationship and you see this girl give you a red flag, but then you keep going and keep going thinking it's going to be different. No, always trust your patterns. If it's a certain pattern, address it. If she don't want to change that, then move on to the next. It's like a whole bunch of girls out here that's waiting to get wifed up, that's willing to act right, or that's willing to abide by whatever rules that you have. So stop letting people think that you are motherfucking have trust issues when it's really patterns that you checking out and you addressing it. That's basically all that means. You just addressing the patterns. You're not trust issues. You have patterns that you see that you wanted to stop. You feel me? So, and stop letting people call you a simp because you spending money on someone that makes you happy. So the difference between a simp and a top G or a player or a man would splurge on a female that brought him happiness, brought him peace, brought him all this good stuff in his life. So it's okay to spend money on a female to show her that different type of life, that life of being taken care of. But as soon as she disrespects you, don't continue spending money on it. Don't continue to give her that lifestyle. And that's the difference between a simp, because a simp will continue to bear gifts and all that stuff, even though the female is not giving him anything in return. He always giving him disappointment, sadness, but you still buying her gifts. Don't do that. Don't do that. As soon as a sign of a disrespect and you address it and she still does it, stop all that shit. Stop all that dumbass shit. And I know you, she's special. She's only one. No, you got to think of abundance. If she ain't acting right, it's another female that will act right.
Fact.
And that's the issue with men. Men don't have that much confidence in finding another woman, so they'll put up with a lot of BS just to be with this one woman. And trust me, I lost plenty of good women because of the disrespect. As soon as you disrespect me and I address it and you just blow past it like it ain't nothing, then I'm leaving. I'm not finna sit here and take that. Because if I respect you and help you out and you can't respect me, I'm gonna find somebody that will respect me. I'm not finna sit around because you think you're the only female in my life. There's always options. Exercise your options until you find that right woman. You have time. You feel me? You work all this time to get to a certain point in your life. Exercise those options. Don't let nobody make you feel like you can't have no other options. So that's another piece of advice. Stop letting women tell you this for the men. Stop letting women tell you that you don't have no say so in what they do in their life. If I make you my girlfriend, right, and I'm solely there to provide and protect, that's like the basic thing, provide and protect, and I give you a rule like, man, if you go out there dressed like that, I don't feel comfortable you dress like that, and you argue with me about dressing like that, then nah, like what the fuck? Like, why are you arguing with me? You feel me? Like, it shouldn't be an argument. You should be like, okay, babe, I understand, I got you, I'm gonna change it up. Because when you go out with your girls or a girls trip and shit like that, and a man grab your ass because you dressed a certain way, who you calling? You calling me. And I'm gonna look at you like I told your dumb ass not to wear that shit. I'm not trying to control you or tell you what to do like I'm your father. I'm outside looking in, you feel me? And if you look a certain way, guys will treat you a certain way. Facts. I don't care what society say, or I should be able to wear whatever. If I went out there dressed with a skirt on, people would think that I'm a sissy or a girl automatically, despite of how I feel. So dress accordingly, you feel me? Because men out here, we're trying to protect what we invested in. That's like the same instance like if a guy walked down a dark alley with wads of money just in his hand, and then he get robbed, and then we call the police. Police gonna be like, well, why did you walk down this dark alley with money in your hand? You dumb. You setting yourself up for failure. So when a guy is telling you certain things like, hey, I don't really feel that, or I don't know about that, it's because he's protecting you. He's trying to show you like, nah, this ain't it. Like, don't do that shit. You feel me? You should have some type of say so over what a woman does. If I'm here finna lay my life down for you because we're in a relationship or we're married, then I should have some type of say so. Facts. I mean, it's not bullshit. You feel me? And men, you have options. You just don't recognize it. You have options. You have so many options. Facebook, Tinder, wherever you, the bar, wherever you go. If you have options, do not chase a woman that doesn't like you. If she doesn't like you, move on. We're not finna play this game of, I gotta show you what type of guy I am for me. No, if you don't like me, then tell me you don't like me so I can move on to a girl that does like me. It has been women that fell in love with guys and haven't even met them yet. And then when they get to know each other, they fall even more in love. We don't need to play this chasing game. I don't have time. I'm too busy doing shit. I don't have time to chase you and always have to text you good morning when you didn't text me back. If you don't text me back, then, oh well. You get 2 texts. 2. If I text you one time and you didn't text back, cool. Then I wait a few hours. I may even wait a day. And if you don't text back, it's over with. It's over with. I'm not finna play this game. Everybody be in their fucking phone every fucking time I talk to them. Everybody. You could go outside right now and see everybody is in their fucking phone. So for you to not even bother texting me or taking the time out to send a 30-second text, I wasn't important in the first place. Move on to somebody else that take you serious. Stop playing. Stop letting women tell you because you ask certain questions that's what would they say? You insecure. That's what they say. Oh, you so insecure. Why you gotta ask about my body count? That's like the main one. Ask about the body count. But then when you ask what my finances looking like or how I treat women in past relationships, that's not insecure. Like, come on now. Like, quit playing. If I ask about your body count because I want to know, I should know. If we be in a relationship, you should be open honesty with me. If men got to be honest to women, women got to be honest to men. You know what I mean? Accept your truth. If you have a high body count, let that man know. Let him make the choice if he want to stay with you or not. Women try to move the goalposts and try to say, well, it don't matter. It's the past and shit like that because they know they have a high ass body count. Because if you ask a woman to have a low body count, she'll tell you off rip. Only had sex with 2 guys. Only had sex with 3 guys. But a woman that be having 10 plus, they'll be like, why you want to know all that? That's insecure. Why you got to know all the body count? It's basically showing if you have self-discipline. If you open your legs to anything that's walking, how am I going to feel comfortable knowing that you with me, that you have all these other guys? Maybe you get upset one day and call one of those guys. Oh, my boyfriend, he tripping. What's up? What you trying to do? You know what I mean? Stop making women feel like you insecure for asking that shit. You want to know? Let them tell you. If they don't want to tell you, then move on. That means she don't want to be honest with you. If you got to do all this just to get one answer, like, come on now, get the fuck out of here. Stop playing. And they do that because they know that their value is in their body count. They know that if you find the best of the best man that's making over like $100,000 a year, he's not finna date a female that has a high body count. He's not gonna date a female that the whole hood had. And they know that. That's why they gonna hide the body count. They gonna hide that shit. So men, stay on your toes. Plant your feet. Don't let no female sway the way how you feel or what you want to know. If you want to know and she won't tell you, move on. Quit playing. And I'm not saying off rip, like the first date, ask her like what her body count. When shit start getting serious, then you should be able to ask and she should be able to tell you the truth. Facts. So, and men, for 2023, start putting yourself first. Stop putting other people's needs above yours, because that's probably why you got so many friends, so many people that want to be around you, because they know that off one call, you're going to be there immediately. No, you busy. If you in bed, laying down, finna go to sleep, and she called you talking about change your tire, don't do that shit. You sleep, you cozy. Tell her to call AAA or some shit like that. Tell her don't call you. And then you will see how many friends you end up with after that. When you start putting your friends, putting yourself first over your friends, you'll see how many friends you end up with. The real ones will stick around and understand, like, okay, he's not always available. He's busy. He's doing something. The ones that always think you available, those are the ones that's going to stick around only because of your availability. But as soon as you're not available, they'll leave. Trust me. They'll leave. Try that. But you gotta live. You gotta learn to live in your own truth. And what I mean by that is, don't change yourself because you want to have so many friends. It's a bunch of people out here that be your friend regardless of who you are and what you are. Stop trying to change yourself to fit in. Stand out. Be unique. All through high school, all through school, they always tell you need to be unique. You need to be different. You need to be much smarter than the next person, much stronger than the next person. Stand out. Stop trying to fit in. That's how people would notice you. That's how people would respect you, because you stand out. You're not the follower. You're the leader. Always be a leader. Facts. And always understand, man, that it's not the end of the world if you didn't complete your goal. Men, as we get older, we become more valuable. We didn't come out the womb with value. You feel me? Nothing was given to us. We always had to earn it. Women came out the womb with value because they age quicker. They know that when they get older, their value goes down. As men get older, our value go up. Our peak is like 35. 35 is like the peak of our valuableness. Just know that as you get older, the more stuff you start to complete, the more value you become. So exercise those rights, those options. You feel me? You went from making with 30,000 a year to 100,000 a year because you put in that hard work. Don't accept a female telling you got to be monogamous when you worked hard to get to a certain point in your life. If she didn't settle down at the peak of her life, which is around 20 to 25, then why would you settle down at the peak of your valuableness? Don't let a female tell you that. Oh, you gotta settle down and stop doing it. Okay, move on. I'll just find another one. Quit playing. Just because, then ask them. Be like, why you didn't settle down at the peak of your valuableness? You was valued back then. In high school, you was the prettiest girl. You could get any guy that you want. Why you didn't settle down then? Why you waiting until you 30-something, then force me to settle down with you when I'm still trying to earn my value? Nah, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, stay on your feet. Stay strong in what you believe in. And if she ain't with it, then move on. Think of abundance. If she's not with it, another one will be with it. Stop playing. Facts. Let me see. Let me. What's another one? And people need to understand, men need to understand that it's a difference between loyalty and faithfulness. Loyalty is getting up, going to work, paying all these bills, making sure everyone is safe, putting food on the table. That's loyalty. Faithfulness is you stepping out and going to mess with another female. Just because I mess with another female doesn't question my loyalty. It questions my faithfulness. You feel me? You see the difference? I could still go mess with a female and still come back and be loyal and still do what I have to do as a man for the household. So you need to understand the two differences. You got loyalty and faithfulness. And as far as faithfulness, for the guys that say, oh, you know what I mean? I could be faithful. Look at me. I stay in the house. I could be faithful. No, the true test of faithfulness is having options and still choosing to come home to your female. That's the true test. It's like going to the grocery store. You got nothing but apples to choose from. So, of course, you're going to get the apple. But let's say you go to a grocery store. You got apples, oranges, pears. And once in a while, you're like, let me get a pear. Because you have that option. When you don't have any options, of course, it's easy to be faithful. When you have options and you still choose to get that apple despite the fact you have a variety of other fruits, that's the true test of faithfulness. To stop letting men tell you they faithful when they even challenging their faithfulness. And then when you get to that point, then you create an environment where you can be faithful, where you eliminate all things that can make you unfaithful. You feel me? When you faced the fact that your faithfulness was challenged and you came through with flying colors, then you can start eliminating that stuff that will make you unfaithful. But don't just because I stay in the house and this. No, you should be able to go out and still be faithful. Because the fact that you do that, because you know when someone hits you with something different, you're going to quick to grab it up. When you look at that pear, you're going to be quick to grab that pear instead of that apple. You know what I mean? It's a lack of discipline. Discipline yourself. If you chose to be with this girl, discipline yourself. Remind yourself that you chose this girl for a reason. This is a lifelong thing. You know, in the end of whatever your relationship is, you stay faithful, you stay grounded, and you kept her happy. So then you come out being a real man, basically. So stop doing that shit. Facts. And men, stop letting women tell you they have conditional submissiveness. And then what I mean by that is you start talking to a chick and she say, well, I'm only going to be submissive if a man could show me that a man. No. Don't believe that dumbass shit. Because if I get in a relationship with you, I automatically have to pay for dates. I have to protect you. I have to guide you in the right direction. So why my masculinity is not conditional? Why I have to automatically do it? But then when I want you to be submissive, I have to show you that I'll be a man first before you be submissive. Either you're submissive or you're not. Don't have that conditional submissiveness, because as soon as a man is not masculine, then you just gonna not be submissive. That's what the fuck. That's what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Don't let females tell you that. Either she's submissive or not. If she's not submissive, then move on to the next one. If she is, then keep her, because she know that she's gonna be grounded in her femininity regardless of the situation. Because it ain't going to be all bubbles and roses every fucking time. You feel me? So don't let females tell you to have conditional submissiveness. Either she's submissive or she not. Don't have no gray area for that shit. So another piece of advice, don't let a woman tell you that she want to be handled. I seen this shit on Just Pearly Things podcast. Shout out to her. A woman said, I want a man to handle me. Bitch, I have to fucking go to work. I have to deal with people with shit. I have to do all this shit outside of the home. Then I got to come home and handle you. That's not fun. I want to come home. I want peace. I want to chill. I want to relax. I want to come home and handle you like a kid. Like, fuck you mean I got to handle you? Like, come on, stop the BS. Like, I got to do all that shit outside the home and then come home and handle you. Nah. Don't let females tell you that shit. If she says she needs to be handled, leave, disappear, ghost her. Go find a female that don't need to be handled. Like, we not kids. You know what I mean? We adults. Nobody don't want to deal with that shit. I would like to be handled. Get the fuck out of here. Like, chill. All right, another piece of advice. Stop letting women tell you that you shallow because you want to fuck on the first date. What? That's not shallow. That's your was that provocative? If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. It's not shallow, because that same woman that's saying that is the same woman that want to go on the expensive ass dates on the first date. All this money being spent on them, and I don't even know if I like you or not. Isn't that shallow too? You feel me? So don't let females tell you that you shallow. If that's what you want, then that's what you want. It's going to be a female that's out there that's willing to give up that cooch on the first night. You feel me? That coot noot. You feel me? That's a new word for pussy. Coot noot. She's going to give up that coot noot on the first night. You feel me? So it's not shallow. That's what you want. Just like females want expensive gifts. You know what I mean? If you want to be shallow, let's be shallow together, bitch. All right, because this hookah is smacking, you feel me? That's why I hate it every time I say a motherfucking piece of advice. Let me hit it one more time. Facts. So let's go to the next piece of advice. So if a female claims that she a vibe, how is she a vibe? When you go on a date, you picking her up, you paying for everything, you entertaining her while you on a date, you making her laugh and shit like that. How is she the vibe? What did she do to be the vibe? Now, if she was picking you up and paying for everything and entertaining you, yeah, I can see her being the vibe. But Nigga, you did all the fucking work. You're the vibe. You're the prize. You doing everything that you're supposed to do. You're the vibe. Don't let a female tell you that I'm a vibe because of this. Nah. I picked you up. I pay for all this shit. I'm cracking hella joke. I'm trying to get you to laugh your ass off. Laugh yourself out them panties. You feel me? Don't let a female tell you she the vibe. You the vibe, nigga. Quit playing. And to all the feminists out there and men, this is like the biggest, like 2023, I think this feminist movement is going to get even worse. You know what I mean? Don't let no female tell you that she feminine, that she a feminist if she still going to men to get shit done. I'm talking about the physical sense, not mentally, the physical sense. Because a woman be like, oh, I'm independent. I don't need a man. I don't need a man for this. They be wanting all this and that. But as soon as they get a flat tire, who they calling? They calling a man to change that tire. They not calling a female. They calling a man. When the car breaks down, they calling a man to fix their car. When something needs to be done around the house, they're calling a man to fix whatever is in the house. So they feminine. They feminist until they need something from a man. Then they not feminist. That's dumb as shit. Like, if you feminist, be feminist all around. You want equal rights, do equal shit. It's only beneficial to them when they have like the good stuff. Like, oh, I could get in the club for free and shit like that. They want to be feminist then, but then when hard work needs to be done and they calling a man, oh, we're not feminists no more. Like, come on, get your ass out of here. Stop playing. It's 2023. So men, stand your ground. And believe what you believe in. Don't let nobody move you. You a mountain. You mountain. Don't let nobody move this mountain. Fact. And to the people that say be humble because you did something great, tell them to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. To the people that tell you to be humble, tell them to shut the fuck up. Because when somebody say be humble, I think in my head, oh, I'm celebrating about my goals and you feel insecure about me celebrating my goals that I achieved. Don't be humble. Celebrate that goal that you achieved. If you lost 10 pounds and you celebrating somebody like, oh, be humble. Nah, fuck that shit. You lost 10 pounds. You know how hard it is to lose 10 pounds? You have to have a strict diet. You have to go to the gym. It's a lot of shit that goes into that. Celebrate that shit. Don't let nobody tell you humble. We're men. It's 2023. Be a man. Be proud. Be a proud man. You know what I mean? Be happy. You know what I mean? Dwell in your accomplishments. If you passed the test that was hard as hell to study for, celebrate that shit. Go throw a party. Go out. Stop letting people say this dumbass shit. Be humble. Get your ass out of here. Be humble about your podcast. Nah. I did this shit on my own. Nobody didn't help me do this shit. Nobody didn't help me create the topics. I come up with the topics. Bitch. And going into a relationship, the most basic thing going into a relationship, man, is understanding. Have a woman understand who you are. Understand the way you think. Understand if you do this, he'll do that. Have her understand you, because that's the most basic thing in a relationship. If she understands you, then she won't do certain things and then question it afterwards, because she already know how you will react to it. Facts. If she understand you, then she'll understand going on the girl's trip dressed a certain way. You wouldn't like that, so she wouldn't do it in the first place. So tell your chick to understand you. Understand what type of person you are, the way you think, all that shit. And if she understands you and still want to do shit because she want to do it, then that bitch single. Facts. Off rip. She's single. Future, what Future say? She for the streets. Okay, another piece of advice. I'm moving on. It's two ways of being rich. Two ways. So people think that being rich is just having a whole bunch of money. If you had that type of mindset, then everybody would have all types of money and be happy. It's two type of ways of being rich. You have one way of being rich is having what you need and being complacent with what you have. You make it work for what you have. You don't need anything else because you already have what you have. Then the other rich is having a whole bunch of money and getting what you want. You feel me? So it's two different type of ways of being rich. Don't let nobody tell you having a whole bunch of money is being rich. Being able to work with what you have and being comfortable because you have enough, that's also a rich mindset. You know what I mean? For the people that strive and try to get all this money, if you have what you need, you don't need that extra shit. You don't need a Bugatti. You have a car that's drivable, that looks nice. You rich. Chill. You don't need all this status and Lamborghinis and big ass houses. If you're comfortable with what you have, you're rich. Facts. You know what I mean? So 2023, you gotta get your shit together. This is the year that you know what you want to do and you're gonna do it. It ain't no talking. Ain't no I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, it's finally time for some action. The only way men are respected is respected by action. If you all talk and you don't have no action behind it, then they're not gonna respect you. Just like Christians. Christians would tell you, oh, you need to pray. No, you need to put action behind whatever you're praying for. If you're praying for a job and you don't prepare yourself for an interview, you're not going to get it. You got to have the action behind whatever you want. So this is the year to start putting that stuff into actions. You feel me? Do what you need to do. Do what you sought out to do. You feel me? Stop playing. This is not the year to play. You know what I mean? Time is running. It's ticking. It's time to get out there and do what the fuck you need to do. Facts. You know what I mean? If you want to get in this relationship with a girl, you need to start taking action. You need to inbox her. You need to text her. You need to see what the fuck is going on. So then you know what type of time she on. Maybe she don't like you. So then you will move on and be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? I was doing all this waiting. Now I know she don't like me. It's time to move on. Facts. You know what I mean? It's time to focus on yourself and get yourself right. If you're not in a position if you're in the same position you were last year, you're not in the right path. You need to be doing better. Yeah, all this shit was all fucked up in 2022. This 2023, you got a fresh year to do whatever the fuck you need to do. Make some changes. If you don't have a car, you should be aiming to get a car. Don't just sit around when I get a car or when I get my license. No, you should be doing it. Facts. Stop sitting around and moping and all this shit. All this fucking time that you have and you ain't took no actions. The fuck out of here. You feel me? So that's all the piece of advice I got. You know what I mean? And before you leave, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe. Show somebody else that need this piece of advice going into 2023. You know what I mean? Let them know that Nate Frazier Experience is here for you. You know what I mean? And the advice that I give is the same advice that I live by. That's why I'm living in my truth. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm able to tell people about this advice, because I follow these exact same advice. And this is where I'm at now. You feel me? Look at my setup. You remember how, for the people that really been following me, you seen how the setup was in the beginning. I started this podcast just solely recording myself because I had time. I never knew it was going to explode the way it did. I never knew people out here really liked or really needed what I was telling them. I helped a few relationships because they listened to my podcast. They told me that. Oh, Nate, after listening to your podcast, it helped my relationship with my man, or it helped my relationship with my girl. And I'm happy to keep going. You feel me? Now we doing video podcasts. Now you can see who's behind the mic. You feel me? And it's just going to be going, it's going to be up from there. You feel me? We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going and keep doing it. And I will come out with a video of how I record my podcast, what type of equipment I use and everything. So then if you got a voice that needs to be heard, you could start your own podcast. You feel me? All the designs, the thumbnails that I did, that's all from me. I didn't get it from anybody else. That's all from me. You feel me? I put in work. I keep going. I keep trying to outdid what I did last year. You feel me? And we gonna keep going with this shit. But y'all gotta keep supporting. Keep supporting. Keep subscribing. Keep liking. Keep getting the word out there. You feel me? I got the merch coming. Matter of fact, tell me what size shirt, because the shirts are going for like $20. Tell me what size shirt that you wear, and then cash at me the 20, and then I'll get your shirt. It probably will take like 2 weeks, but I'll get you your shirt with whatever logo you want on that. So you got to inbox me or put in the comments, hey, I'm looking to get a 2X. I like this logo right here. Can you get it for me? I got you. Communicate. You feel me? Support. Sometimes the support don't have to be buying merch. It could be sharing a video, sharing a certain part of the video you like. That's all support. You feel me? So keep doing your thing, man. It's 2023. We out here getting it. Remember the year of the rabbit. We gonna keep going towards our goals. We ain't gonna let people tell us that we're in the wrong direction and shit like that. If you know that you're gonna be successful, keep going. Fuck them people. They just upset because they not where they supposed to be. They not disciplining themselves to get to a certain point in their fucking life. So keep doing yourself. Pause. That ain't not sound right. Don't keep doing yourself. Keep doing what you need to do in life to get where you need to be. Facts. Factabsolutely. So this is another Nate Frazier experience. I'll be talking to y'all later, and have a good one.